Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the University of Cincinnati and Coach Satterfield, clearly. From southeastern Ohio, grew up in a small town. So forever growing up, I knew where Cincinnati was, what Cincinnati was all about, and the great history there, obviously. Certainly excited to be back in my home state and a place where I've got great relationships, not just with my immediate family, but with many other people as well, and excited for the opportunity here. I feel like there's great responsibility for me to be here. Obviously, the state I grew up in, the state I'm from, the state I still have family living in, I feel like there's a great responsibility here.
I have kind of a unique story when it comes to my background and history. Didn't play college football, but I've always known probably since I was 11 or 12 years old that I wanted to coach. You know, didn't know what level, high school, college, NFL, I just wanted to coach. And then just knowing Coach Satterfield, you know, we worked together for 5 or 6 years at Appalachian State. Just knowing what kind of person he is.
In the football world, you're obviously connected through college football with watching many guys over the years. Obviously, Coach Satterfield's had great success everywhere he's been. For those of us that know Coach Satterfield, he's a great guy. Is certainly a guy that you can relate to. He's easy to talk to. You've got a great comfort level with him.
There was an Australian at Louisville at the time, Mark Vassett, who I was pretty close with, and he spoke really highly of this coaching staff, all of them. So as soon as I knew that before they came here, and then as soon as I met them, I knew they were really family-orientated people and that they'd look after me, and they've done every bit of that.
You're always paying attention to the state you're from, I believe, and the University of Cincinnati has a great tradition, in my opinion, over the years, not just in recent times.
The consistent winning that Cincinnati's done for the past, I don't know, 15 or 20 years, you know, I knew the kind of program that was in place here.
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I went to Wyoming High School.
And bringing home a state title to cap off the winningest season in school history.
I had a family that loved me, cared for me. Growing up, my dad played football, and then I was watching my brother play football, and I never really wanted to play growing up. I thought I was always going to be a basketball player, but getting the opportunity to play with my brother in high school and following his footsteps, I kind of just wanted to be like him. So once I saw him go play college football, I knew I wanted to do the same thing.
A very exciting moment knowing that I'm signing for these upcoming years of my life. I couldn't choose a better school than Cincinnati in my home city. I'm excited to stay home.
I just wanted to stay close to home, close to family, and also just having the opportunity to play for this city. Growing up, I used to come to UC games as a little kid watching Marty Gilliard, Tony Pike. I mean, it was something that I always wanted to be a part of.
Commitment for UC today. Evan Prater told reporters he's going to play his college ball with the Bearcats.
I think the expectations were just so high, and when I first got here, I felt like I was letting a lot of people down. I knew I was coming in, being behind guys like Desmond Ridder and Ben Bryant, who are phenomenal football players, but I think it just took a huge toll on me personally. But there was a lot of weight to it, and I don't think a lot of people understand the weight that that carries. When you're out seeing little kids and little kids coming up to you and saying hello, asking for your autograph. I mean, I just want to do my part to make this culture great and, you know, do my best to help win games here.
He's been waiting for this opportunity, and it seems like the next man up has some leadership skills you want.
Only so many opportunities left for the guys in this room. Let's go get us some dub today.
The reason I stayed, I had a lot of conversations with a lot of different people, a lot of different coaches, but the ultimate thing was talking to my family. And I think they knew I wanted to stay here, and I always wanted to be a part of this growing up.
Evan's a great person. You know, no negatives with him at all. First of all, just to be unselfish, you know, he's what you want in a teammate.
Pick up the energy, create your own energy. A lot of people count this out this year. Come together, do it for the guy next to you.
He made the position change, you know, which is something he had to get used to. But he was willing to sacrifice that, his own personal goals and future, you know, for the team. So that says it all about him. Like, who can't walk in the locker room and not be proud to have that guy in the same room with you?
I had a lot of conversations with Coach Satt, Coach Thomas, back in the spring, because that was when I was still playing quarterback, but I was having a bunch of shoulder problems, so wasn't really able to throw the ball in practice, and kind of just took a toll on me personally, and all I wanted to do was get out there and play ball with the guys. When I was making that position switch, it was just, I knew that it was bigger than myself, and I mean, once I did it, and once I realized that it wasn't just bettering the team, but I was also doing it for myself in the long run, I think it just helped me make that switch and that transition. I just think it made it a lot easier.
I'm also going to ask a leader to talk, share his experience on what last year meant, but also what being a Bearcat mean to him. Evan Prater, please start us off.
What's up, y'all boys? I'm Evan Prater. This is my 5th year here. Been at Cincinnati through the highs and lows, obviously, but going through last year, I mean, for the guys that were in this room at the same time last year, we all know that sucked. But moving forward, we got to take the good from it, the learning lessons, and these are some of the things that I took from last year. It's just being grateful for the opportunity. We're all blessed to be in this position, and moving forward, I mean, a lot of people would give everything they got to be where we are right now. So the last thing I want to say is just failure is a greater teacher than success. So let's go get paid today, y'all boys. I want to be a leader for this team. I want to be a guy that people look at and they're like, I know that he's going to have my back no matter what the circumstances are, what the situation is. So that's kind of why I put my best effort forward every day.
He's a guy you never have to question effort, you know, and his mentality and his attitude and where his mindset is. But if you talk about the word effort just by itself, you know, that's a non-negotiable in football.
Remember, this is who the we are as a culture. We're tough, we're gritty, we're nasty. We have to embrace this combat, Eric. We have to embrace this, Eric. It's who the we are. And I want to see it. I want to see it different. Let's go, let's go. We're going to. Work. Let's go.
We done all the flags in they tracks. Can't dance 'cause they rats. Stand tall, put a finger, never that. I knew a nigga had it all, went to the band, get it back. That's why I remember whatever. And I remember whatever. Don't chase home 'cause they come with the shadow.
Who are we? It will be defined, Dion, by the way we train. So if we don't embrace this work, if we don't believe that this work, Raekwon, is what's gonna set us apart from the teams we play against, then we're no chance. And we won't be who we wanna be, and we won't get the results that we wanna get. We won't be Big 12 champs.
Effort means to me just giving everything you can, and effort's like an on and off button. You either have it on or you have it off. There's no in between for me. So effort is just something that no matter whether you're a freshman, whether you're a walk-on, you come in here and you give everything, and that's the culture that, you know, that this team has. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, so about 32 hours of travel away from here. I have a little brother who punts at Arkansas. 2 loving parents that were. My mum didn't miss one of my junior sporting games growing up, from probably 5 till when I was 19. My dad played Australian football for 23 years, so also very blessed in that aspect that I get to have someone that I could look up to and want to be one day, and that's the exact reason why I wear 31, because I always wanted to do that as a kid because my dad did. He's a great human, and he just wants to see me happy, and can't ask for much more than that as a son. I was very blessed as a freshman to come in and start. One, as a true freshman, that was a young guy that had never experienced this sport or this country before. I think it's pretty hard to stay grounded. People start talking about the NFL and stuff like that after you have I had a really good year my second year, and was the 3rd best punter in the country, and it's kind of hard to stay grounded when all that stuff comes up.
By Bluey Mukta, picked up, and Cincinnati.
I think as a specialist at a lot of other schools and a lot of other places, you kind of just, you can just almost do whatever you want in terms of lifting stuff, and I think that's what's been really good about the 2 head coaches that I've been with here. You're expected to lift with everyone else in the team. I think that's a great thing because people trust you more because you've done everything, or you've done all the hard stuff with them, and you've put all the blood, sweat and tears with every one of those teammates, and you don't get to turn effort off, not when you're a Cincinnati Bearcat.
What do we talk about? Effort. We talk about having to test our standard, the standard that we've put forth, right? The standard that we built. Great start. Now the only challenge is, can we maintain this consistency? Because if we can, man, I promise you, special things will happen in this group. The strong shall freaking reign. The strong shall freaking reign. That is a great start to our freaking Phase 2 winter program, man. Get in! Hey, here we go! Family on 3! 1, 2, 3! Family!
I wasn't a great high school player and wasn't a great college player, but had the ability to have success at times because I potentially worked a little bit harder or paid attention to detail a little bit better maybe than others. And I think the toughness that you get, the blue collar feel that you get when you're from the state of Ohio, to me, is certainly what you're striving for.
Winning's everything. You know, you don't come here to not win, especially at the University of Cincinnati.
And that's what this winter is really about, guys. It's really about working to the extent at which we want to be, and then defining who we are as a group, defining how that mentality of how we train, how we work, how that's going to define who we are as a team and how we play the game. So that's what we're defining right freaking now. It's going to be throughout the whole winter. At the end of the winter, man, we're going to know exactly who we are. We're going to know exactly what we stand for, and we're going to know exactly how we play this game.
You know, I think when you describe the good things about the city, I think you want all those good things to translate over to your football team. And if they match each other, man, you're gonna win a lot of games.
Hey, that last year was unacceptable. Hey, 4 quarters right here, we lost a lot of games in that second half. Hey, do for y'all, brother, let's get done now.
Kind of getting the vibe from everybody this year. I think everybody has those same goals, and it's not the selfish goals of, oh, I want to go play at the next level. I think it's the team goals that are, we want to go win a Big 12 championship, and we want to show everybody that last year isn't who we are.